obviously, that's a very good football team we played, and we didn't help them by not being able to convert on some red zone opportunities to score touchdowns. We get points, field goals, this is fine, but in a game like this, playing against a good team, you got to come away with some points. Couldn't stop them defensively. Quarterback did a great job protecting the quarterback, getting the ball out quickly for him. We didn't do enough to affect his throws, and he responded with the type of play that, with the type of caliber player he is and the type of players they have surrounded him. So, got to move on to the next challenge, and the challenge is at Scott Stadium against Notre Dame. Look at the things we did here, take care of some things, but know that another opportunity presents itself, and we've just begun.
Mike, just how hard is it to affect any kind of change on Rosen when you can't get any pressure on him all day?
Yeah, like I said, they did a great job of, from the shotgun touch, get the ball out of his hands, whether it's screens or quick passes to the perimeter. With the things you can do, you can affect the passes with your hands in the throwing lane, play tight coverages, all those things. And he did a great job of using the scheme and the system that they have. They got really good players. Their offensive line is a better offensive line than I remember last year. They were really good up front there, and so they did what they had to do, and we didn't do enough.
Mike, did the UCLA defense, particularly their line, were they just winning their one-on-one battles with the offensive line? Because obviously couldn't really get the running game going.
Yeah, the goal is try to get the next level, your blocks from the line of scrimmage to the next level to the linebackers, and the linebackers are very fast, very skilled, and athletic, and a lot of times they beat us to the punch in that regard. So, again, they played well, and like I said, it's a very, very good football team with a lot of good talent across the board. Our first contest against a ranked team, we're going to have to do better, particularly going into Scott Stadium next week.
Mike, we saw a lot of smoke, obviously, in Albert Reed. How's no Daniel Hand today? Any particular reason why?
He was on special teams.
Oh, was he? Yes.
Yeah, and Daniel's making his way back from wrist issues, playing with a soft cast, so you want to be alert and aware of those things. But Smoke got the ball to him in a couple different ways, and he did a nice job, and he'll only get better as a football player. Continue to gain some confidence with not only running but with his ability to catch passes and be being effective in the open field. But like I said, they did a great job defensively against us. We didn't score enough touchdowns, and they made some big plays when it was needed.
Do you feel like evaluation of Matt Jones?
Excuse me?
Your evaluation of Matt Jones?
When you lose a game, it's obviously whatever we did is not good enough. But Matt looked like some of the drives that he was putting the ball on the money. He was executing the offense, and obviously you want to get to those points where you're scoring touchdowns. And we talked about getting in positions where we score field goals. We got to score touchdowns. Matt's game can improve like everyone's, and I'm sure he looks forward to that as we all look forward to improving to get better.
You had settled for 2 field goals. Did you give any thought to when you got down to the 2, maybe trying to punch it in, or just want to get the points and try to go into half?
On the road against there's a good defense. We wanted to get points. We wanted to get points, and obviously it's you want to get those touchdown situations, but coming away with nothing, getting 3 points, staying in the game. And again, we came in the halftime and said, listen, we can move the football. It's just getting it in the end zone. And as I said, it's a very fast, athletic defense, big up front. And they did a lot of things to affect our opportunities to be efficient.
It's 14-9 at that point. You have a kickoff that goes out of bounds. They get it at the 40. Earlier, you had a guy bring the ball out of the end zone on a kickoff, and he gets to the 10. Also had some penalties in the first half. Do you feel there are a lot of little things that hurt you in the first half?
Yeah, we had 7 penalties. They had 7 penalties. But our penalties, big pass interference penalty. There was a big chop block penalty that was called. The kick out of bounds, that I believe in the first half, their average start was 34 yards, and ours was like 17. So when you have, those decisions that are made that can hurt your field position, it comes back and it gets you. So we got to do, again, a better job of judging things when we have the opportunity to do that. Now, Dylan for the most part, did a nice job kicking the ball deep out of the end zone touchbacks, but that one was a costly one that led to a penalty where they spotted the ball.
Like the third time down there when Canyon comes up 2 yards short, did you want him to run that a little deeper? Was that designed to him to catch it short and to get in there?
Without, I saw it and looked like he had a chance maybe perhaps to go vertical after the catch, but again, he's out there in real time and we'll go back and look at it. But I did see him try to extend the ball beyond the goal line, but it wasn't enough because it was 2 yards short, and obviously the goal line because it was a third and goal situation.
Was it important to end on a somewhat positive note, scoring a touchdown there?
The ultimate goal is to win football games, and obviously, you want to execute your offense to give you a chance to score, touchdowns, particularly on the road. And it was good to see a measure of execution that led to catches and blocks and conversions and ultimately a touchdown. But we're going to need a lot of those type of opportunities and that type of executing, as the season progresses for us.
How did you feel about the pass coverage doing?
Oh, well, I think they got over 300 yards of pass reception. It obviously is not good enough, with the coverage opportunities that were presented. Got to go back and look at the film and see, how our guys played, the technique, and all those things. I just thought the receivers kind of outplayed our corners, our coverage aspect. I got to give Rosen a lot of credit, and some of the throws he made were right on point. Again, indicative of a good football player. So, as I said, that's a good football team, and we got to take care of ourselves to get ready to move forward and move on with our upcoming challenge.
When Rosen threw that deep ball on UCLA's first play, did you catch yourself thinking at all, man, that didn't look like a true freshman? What's your reaction to that play?
No, I mean he's a good player. But a lot of times, his receiver got behind our defender, and that happens in a game. But you see the poise that he had as a true freshman, and when you're surrounded by a really good offensive line that they have, you feel comfortable in the pocket, hand the ball off to Perkins, throw the ball outside to your receivers. Then it gives you that type of mindset that you feel confident in what you're doing. He's a good football player, and he'll be good for him, for a long time.